Alright, I want to show you the features of my panniers. First of all, let me introduce you to Honcho. This is one of my mammoth pack burros. He's 14.3. He's a good pack animal. Does good for me. Alright, so these panniers are designed to fit on a saddle, a sawbuck, or a decker. Right now I got it, of course, on a saddle, but you reconfigure your straps, make loops like this to put them on a sawbuck. If you have a decker, you can slide a decker hook in here, or you can loop around the decker itself. So these will fit all three setups. So first thing you notice here is I've got a big flap on here. All right, my flap is longer than the standard flats because you can use it. So you can come way up here and put something underneath it. All right, I put pack cloth underneath the lid to make all this waterproof. There's two pockets in here, makes these waterproof as well. I also added a couple of straps on the front. The purpose of these is if you are walking with your animal, if you're leading them out and you get hot and you got a jacket on, you shove your jacket up in here and strap it down. Okay. On the bottom of the pannier, I've got grommets for drain holes. There's a D-ring to lash it down if you don't have a top bag. I use YKK zippers. When you put these panniers on the animal, you always want to put your flap to the back. That way, if you have an elk cord or something, you can stick an elk cord right out of the back and you can zip this up and it'll stay zipped and closed real nice. But these are big, heavy number 10 YKK zippers. Makes them easy to get in and out of. You can tuck this in if you don't want to have this as a zippered top. If you have something bigger, you can tuck it down in here out of the way. I got tired of losing my hammer, and so I added a hammer pocket here. There's one on both sides. You can also put a scale in it if you want. This will accommodate an insert, which I've got in here now. One of the things that makes my panniers unique is I add an aluminum stay here. This is T6 aircraft aluminum. Keeps the bag open when you're loading it, distributes the weight across the back. Also works as a nice buffer if you hit something. This will bend with you and not tear up your pannier. But it's also very lightweight and rigid. But when you put this on a saddle, it really fits well. It helps, that aluminum stay really helps it fit really nice. And if you're laying on a sawbuck, it does kind of the same thing. The other thing about my panniers is I add this MOLLE on the side of it, which you can add pockets and pouches to. I've got a whole series of pockets and pouches you can take a look at that you can add to it. That makes it nice if you're on the trail and you got everything packed down and tied up. Well, if I need to get to a med kit, or if I need to get to food or extra rope or whatever, I can put that in here. If it's something you don't want broken or beat up on a tree, of course you want to put it on the back. That's the best way to run it. These things are made out of 1000 Deer Cordura. I've got 2 layers of Cordura along the bottom and the sides to help with abrasions and ripping, and then I also bind the seams with a 16-pound breaking strength thread and binding tape, so you're not going to blow out a seam. So these panniers are made really tough. They only weigh 8.5 pounds and they roll up about this size right here. So take a look at this is my 26-inch XL hunting pannier.